simply we've got to stop spending on things that we simply don't have. You know, all of these stimulus funds that were supposed to stimulate the economy, borrow money, that's all got to be stopped.
Well, I understand that part. It's the other entitlements that.
Sure.
Because you touch Social Security, and that's you know.
Right. Well, let's talk about Social Security while you, since you brought that up.
Go broke.
You know, Social Security was begun in the FDR administration,
Yeah.
not as a retirement program, but as a supplement to your retirement program. Part-time, exactly right. And unfortunately, what it's become is, over generations, it's become retirement. What we've got to get back to, and there's a lot of discussion whether the Social Security is constitutional or not, depending on what side of the issue you're on there. We have it.
Right.
And what we've got to do is find ways to make it solvent, whether that be to move it towards privatization or just redo what we do, redo how it's calculated now. There are many ways, other ways to look at it without eliminating it. We can't afford to eliminate at this point, especially with the older generation. We can't leave them out to dry. But with the younger generation, we can definitely look at ways to make that program solvent and allow us to put our money in other venues, to do something else with it other than through the Social Security program. Additionally, it brings up another thing about Social Security. Social Security would be perfectly fine if we did not have a legislature that would continually dip into that fund to fund things over here simply because they don't have the fortitude to look and say this is going to cost money. We need to find a funding source for it first.
Well, they got a big room that's got IOUs in there, trades. To have IOUs, treasury notes that stand good for that. But, you know, if you were running a business and it was losing money, you'd have to either take your expenses and draw them in, or you'd have to raise the price.
Or close your door.
Or close the door.
Right.
So, you with Social Security, to me, I would think that you would eliminate some of the expenses that are involved in giving it to people. And the other thing is raise the premiums. If you need more money, you raise the premium.
You bring up an next question. There are many different ways to look at that to try to solve that problem. We simply have to begin to look at it.
Yeah.
What political person through history would you like to be like, and why? I mean, is there someone that you would really? I know sounds like a beauty contest, but is there a political person over the centuries, or now, or whatever? Yeah.
The political figure that always comes to mind first is George Washington. Simply because he is the founding president of the United States, and simply because he had the honor and dignity and the integrity that when the people were willing to make him king, he said no and stepped away from it. So
we're not electing you king.
king he is.
You want to comment on the immigration issue and maybe some possible solutions you see?
Yeah, on the immigration issue, there is not anything wrong with immigration when it's legal, but illegal immigration is definitely wrong.